Alright, welcome everyone to the first match of the day, and I think definitely going to be one of the closest. We have Monk the Dawn versus Pepsi Max, Seed 16 versus Seed 17, I believe. Already a pretty insane maneuver in the rolls. Monk calling the 2 and Pepsi Max rolling it. The warm-ups have already been played, and I believe both players doing pretty well on the maps they chose relative to the other player. Alright, Monk banning Hidden 3, which is fair, definitely probably the hardest map of this round. And then Pepsi Max responding with an easy 1 ban, definitely a challenging map if you're not comfortable on that skill set. And then Monk picking Hard Rock 3, which is the 6.5, which is sort of surprising to me. I mean, this is a tough match for picks because both of these players have a lot of overlap in terms of what they're good at. I think both players are very solid on DT and Hard Rock. But going with the 6.5 as your first pick is it's a strategy I like. Right, and we're jumping into it. Now, this map is, I mean, like all 6.5s, there really is no free combo. Any note is missable, but definitely the first half is easier than the ending. So if you're gonna miss anywhere, you really don't want it to be in that first half. Max with an early miss. This is a very short map, by the way, already a third of the way in, and Monk's still holding. Max holding the accuracy advantage, but if Monk can just keep holding on, it will be over. See where the map picks up there. Monk dropping maybe a little bit of shakes, but Max dropping right after. Not much time left. The sled accuracy advantage is helping Max, but ooh, shaking off that stream. And a solid first pick from Monk. If the map was a bit longer, there would have been time for Max to come back. That early miss in the, quote-unquote free section of the map ended up being the difference that could have made the breakpoint. And Max picking DT2 instantly. So this is... The DT pool is interesting for this matchup because I believe both of these players would be very comfortable on all 3 double time maps. So picking a DT is sort of... Essentially, it's saying you almost have to FC. Both players play to their, full ability. This map, pretty consistent, 278 or 276 BPM, somewhere up there in the 270s. Small jumps, but just the bursts and some of the slider jumps as well can trip you up. Both players looking pretty comfortable. I believe this is both players, area of expertise is these kind of speed double times. So there is a reality where this kind of just comes down to an accuracy battle. That is definitely realistic. And as I say that, Monk dropping a lot of 100s and slider breaking, I think. Maybe just tapping 1-2 a few times. And having that break right in the middle of the map is the worst case scenario. This will go to Pepsi Max as long as he doesn't miss immediately. And especially with that accuracy advantage. I'm very comfortable. Pepsi Max breaking. Does that give a possibility? And with the miss from Monk, that is going to be it. Pretty solid pick from Pepsi Max. Definitely picking into their strength, not afraid of the fact that there is a world where Monk FCs that as well. Yeah, S rank by both players. I think even if you have the speed to comfortably tap this map, some of the slider aim can actually trip you up if you're not ready for it. And Monk picking the No Mod 4, the tech map. I expected to see Monk pick some of the more gimmickier maps against Pepsi Max. I think Max is definitely known as, more of a mechanics player, the hard rocks, the double times, the A maps. So I think this is a solid pick. Jumping right into it, speedrunning this match. Everybody, yep, getting the cut streams, both players hitting it. And both players hitting the first difficulty spike. Accuracies on the lower side, but Monk holding the slight advantage. is what you'd like to see on your own pick. Where Max has clutched up with the accuracy lead. Now it's just going to be who can hold through these patterns. Earthplay's hitting that little accelerating stream. Oh, and Monk breaking on that. If Max can just hold on for a little bit longer. Missing, but with only a quarter left and over 1% AC lead, Max might have enough to break point. And honestly, a pretty solid performance from both players. Even just making it up to where they did is not easy, especially in a tournament setting. Both players hitting that stream as well. Getting any chain misses when the score is this close is pretty detrimental. And that's gonna be it. First breakpoint of the match. Monk picking that, maybe thinking Max didn't have his gimmicky skills sharpened up, but that worked pretty well against his intuition potentially. Oh. Now, we haven't discussed amplifiers yet because they haven't come into effect, but Pepsi Max has the JTB Freaks amplifiers, which essentially makes the next map a pure aim map where there is no tapping. It is scored by relax, and I'm not sure if... Let me check. I believe the player with the card gets an accuracy buff. Yes, by 0.5%. So this is the No Mod 5. Normally, it is a pretty challenging tapping and rhythm map, but with JDB Freaks, it becomes entirely an accuracy map. Sorry, an aim map. And honestly, I think if you're not too comfortable on the No Mod 5 this round, using an amplifier like this on it actually makes a lot of sense, because if it's the rhythm and the finger control that trips you up, making it an aim map is maybe the way to go, and that way your opponent has one less pick against you potentially. Also, the amplifier for Monk is Snail. He did Lucky Dip into it, and I don't think it's come into effect yet. We'll see if it does. But that amplifier makes all 170 BPM or lower maps AC-based. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The extra accuracy bonus that you get from using the amplifier can make a big difference here. Monk already dropping a little bit of accuracy. And remember, this is relaxed, so... Oh, actually, no, that was Bancho. It's going to be expected to see very high accuracies on this one. And... Oh, lots of Bancho misses. I don't even want to call out these act drops because I think a lot of them... Oh, I'm not sure if that was Banshee. That might have actually been a drop slider end. Maybe relax it's a little bit troll on tournament fight. But currently both players are on 99.7. However, that does put Max at the lead with the 0.5% bonus. Effectively makes his score an SS. Now, I believe the part of this map where you could realistically drop accuracy is coming up right now. In these alt patterns. I'll have to see the final accuracies just to make sure that there's no banter shenanigans. But I believe that's going to be a Pepsi Max win, despite the fact that he has 0.3% less accuracy because of the 0.5% bonus that puts him in the lead. The amplifier diff came in clutch. And Monk responding with a hidden 2 pick. The AR8. Which, if your opponent bans the easy one, that's a fair pick to make. Yeah, reading off the amplifier descriptions, I think a lot of the things that change the score condition also give you 0.5% extra score, including right on time. But yeah, from an amplifier standpoint, I would say in this match, Pepsi Max's amplifier is considerably more useful than Monk's, but that is the cost of lucky dipping. Already early onto this pick, Monk looking super duper comfortable, and Max already having a few ACK issues and a drop as well. And another miss from Pepsi Max, not looking too comfortable on the air hidden. And we're getting into the little finger control section. Oh, I think over-aiming that triple. But as Max is chain missing on these patterns pretty heavily, I don't think that miss from Monk matters. Ooh. Slight combo lead to Pepsi Max. I mean, there is a world where if Max holds on until the end of the map and Monk keeps dropping, comeback could happen. Oh, never mind. I think just the accuracies alone would be more than enough to give Monk the point here. There it is. Solid pick from Monk. Now, it is still 1 point advantage to Max because of the number 4 breakpoint, so pressure is on Monk to take one of Max's picks. And Max picks the DT3, picking this after the DT2. Fairly confident in their tapping ability. Despite the fact that I think this is a map both players could definitely play very well. This is the 225 BPM, I believe, stamina and finger control map.
Feeling blue, I'm thinking of you. I was a fool to let you walk away. Tears in my eyes today make my world the color of blue. Feeling blue, I'm thinking of you. I was a fool to let you walk away. Tears in my eyes today make my world the color of blue.
Both players looking pretty comfortable, similar to the start of EG2. Monk with the AC advantage, but will he break again this time? Oh no, missing on that little jump. Oh, that is tragic. Holding the accuracy advantage, but Max just keeps holding. That will not be enough. You can see it on the break. Maybe that little extra bit of added pressure might cause Max to drop in the middle here. Both players are looking very comfortable though. I think that unfortunate miss might be the difference maker. And for Max's next pick, I believe he has the option of using JTB Freaks again. I believe it is a 2-use amplifier. And honestly, on a lot of maps with that extra 0.5% bonus score, it's almost an automatic win, as long as you don't make any major mistakes. And that's going to be it. Pepsi Max with the FC on his own pick. There's definitely a world there where Monk could have won. Unfortunately, that little flow aim jump made the difference. Now, Monk did on his pick DT1, the double time 10.3 A map, but interestingly enough, because of his amplifier Snail, this map is going to be one based off accuracy, which I don't know if Monk knew this. However, saying that, Monk does get a 0.5% accuracy bonus as well, so that might help him out. Be disappointed to see any alternators here. Oh no. Monk is going dark with the alternating method. Now, for this pick, misses will honestly not matter much other than the small amount of accuracy you lose for missing. It's just going to be that accuracy number that will dictate the outcome of this match, or this pick. And currently, Monk is holding a pretty substantial advantage, especially with the 0.5% bonus. He's effectively on an SS. That could all change with just a few trip-ups. And both players looking very comfortable. This is both their bread and butter, this entire DT pool. Monk, oh, missing there, but that's fine as long as he has enough accuracy. Currently under Pepsi max, but the 0.5% bonus will be enough. As long as Monk does not catastrophically drop accuracy, he should take this point. Ooh, it's actually pretty close now. A couple more misses or 100s would do it. But there it is, and I believe that'll be Monk's point when you factor in the accuracy bonus that Snail has. So far, both players have won a map that they otherwise would have lost based on the amplifier. Quick switch to the map. Oh, there it is. I think the technical difficulties are sorted. So I believe Pepsi Max opted not to use his amplifier. So this will just be a standard Hard Rock 1 battle, and Monk already dropping his full combo. Accuracies are very close. currently anyone's game. Obviously, Max has the advantage, but single miss will change that. Break has appeared. Players know their scores. If anyone misses on the stream here, nobody does. Monk dropping a lot of accuracy though. As long as Max holds, this will be the match one for him. Max missing right at the end, but I don't think that'll be enough to make the difference. That will be another point for Max, concluding the match. I think there is a world where if Monk knew the extent of his amplifier, maybe he would have picked No Mod 3 instead of the No Mod 4, and that could have made the difference. But oh, and he does pick No Mod 3, but it is too late. The match is over. GG's. Definitely a close one. I think with better understanding of the amplifiers, definitely could have gotten tiebreaker. So No Mod 3 was picked instead of that No Mod 4, but we'll play to both players.